Good day, good day, good day, everybody. Hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well. So, it's the day after the Giving Thanks Day. I hope you had a good one if you were with family or if you were working, whatever was going on with you. I hope you had a good day yesterday. I surely did. I was with my family up in Newburgh, New York. It was a smaller crowd this year. Some of us are scattered about, and so it wasn't the full cohort of us, but it was about maybe 20 of us, which was a good number. We had good food and good conversation and all that wonderfulness. So, welcome everybody. Welcome to SIP with Rev Melissa. I am Rev Melissa, and SIP stands for Spirit and Practice because we practice. Why do we practice? Because practice makes progress. Practice makes progress. All right, now I could see. Cleaning your glasses makes progress too. So I am an ordained interfaith minister. I am a licensed religious science practitioner, a spiritual life coach, and a spiritual director, senior minister at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living here in New York. And all of that is my ministry of joy, where I support people in living life in joy, connected to their yes. So, good day, Tim. I hope you had a good weekend. Tim, I saw your post about the potato salad. That was very funny. It was like a tray of salad, lettuce with whole potatoes on it. Potato salad. It is very funny, Tim. Hey, thank you for my star shine. I appreciate that, Wayne. I hope all is well with everyone who is tuning in with me live today, the day after Giving Thanks Day. So, yesterday I showed a replay from Thanksgiving 2020. And if you recall, in 2020, Thanksgiving was very different, right? We stayed amongst our own very small cohort, right? We stayed like in our just little families. We didn't go out and about, travel the countryside because we were in the thick of COVID. So it was a very different Thanksgiving for the whole for all of us. And so I shared that yesterday as a replay. So I hope you enjoyed that. But today we're going to wrap up our series. We're going to wrap up the self series. Let me just throw the banner up since I created one for it. Let's use it. We're going to wrap up our self series. So just as a recap, the definition that we use was the philosophical definition, which is the uniting principle as a soul underlining all subjective experience. Uniting principle, soul, subjective experience. Those are our key words there, right? Because we're exploring the direct experience of our inner self that we create in our daily life, right? We need the self with a capital S, and we need the self with the little s, right? Both factor into our life experience and how we're living this thing called life. How am I relating to the I am that is me, right? My inner self, my inner knowing, my inner wisdom, the subjective mind, which is part of the creative process, right? And I love the way Ernest Holmes puts it when he talks about the subjective self, our immediate connection between the absolute and the relative, right? And that was the inspiration of our mantra. I don't know if you're still doing your mantra, but I am. The mantra, God, me, reality. God, me, reality. And when we think about the law of cause and effect, we are smack dab in the middle of the law. We could think of it as cause, self, effect. Cause, self, effect. There's another mantra for you, right? But you are smack dab in it. You cannot take yourself out of the equation. You matter. You matter in the co-creation of matter, of effect, of form, of the condition that you outpicture. That is your life, right? Self is a part of that, right? Because we are the connective tissue. We are the connective tissue between God, creator, the universe, whatever you want to call it, and the world of effects. All the things, all the things. We are the connective tissue. And if you think you are not, you are in denial. You are in resistance to co-creating a conscious life, right? And we talked about being self-conscious, not from the perspective of conceit and being all about yourself, which, a healthy dose of that is good, I think. Yes. But in the sense of being self-conscious about using the consciousness that is you, the I am that you are, and co-creating a life of consciousness, of conscious living, of conscious being in the world, versus living a life of happenstance. Or we'll just see what happens. Right? I'll just, wing it. Without thinking you're winging it is also part of the process of co-creation. It'll be outpictured as winging it. And you can see how that feels for you. Or we could be more deliberate, more intentional, more focused, more responsible. It's what I talked about yesterday, the ability to respond and see how that outpictures. See how being intentional, setting an intention and being persistent about it pictures out in your life. Yes? Yes. Yes. I'm giggling because my computer just threw out a picture. You know how it does the memories, and it just put a memory up of one of my girls, Zola, when she was like under 1 year old. She looked like she was about maybe 9 months. So that just made me smile. Yeah. Oh, I could go a whole nother place, but let me stay here. So we are the vessel. We are the vessel. And we talked about what we are pouring into ourselves. What are we pouring in? And what are you pouring out? Because it works both ways, right? So what are you pouring into your vessel today? Today. Did you pour in as soon as you woke up this morning gratitude and thanksgiving? Did you pour in your spiritual practice that grounds you and sets the tone for the day? Or did you pour in complaints and a to-do list and the news and what had happened yesterday that pissed you off at Thanksgiving? Did you pour that in? Let it go. It was yesterday. It's over. Look around you. Yesterday is no longer exists. All we have is right here and right now in this divine moment. So go ahead. Go gather yourself from yesterday and come on into today with your higher loving self. All right? All right now. So, just as we pour into ourselves, God pours into us. Now, that song is right there again. That Ricky Byer song. Pour into yourself as God pours into you. Yes? Pour yourself in me. Pour yourself into my heart. Oh Lord, wonderful spirit. Oh God, wonderful spirit. That's that song. So if you're like, well, Red Mel, I don't know what to pour into myself. Pour in your God quality. Pour in the quality that you have committed to for this 2022. Pour love into yourself. Pour understanding. Pour peace. Pour joy. Pour abundance. Pour compassion into yourself. What are you pouring in? It's a question we can ask ourselves every single day. What am I pouring into myself today? Set an intention for it and keep checking in with yourself throughout the day. And chant, God, me, reality, or cause, self, effect, right? To keep it present, to keep yourself grounded, right? To stay in the flow of it all. To stay in the flow of it all. And some of us have resistance to that flow, So stop making it hard. Sometimes we make it hard on ourselves. Cut it out. Stop making it so hard for God to pour into you the desires of your heart. Stop. God, me, reality. Cause, self, effect. So I want to end our self series with something that I shared in a sermon a couple of weeks ago. And the sermon was We Give Well. And so where I'm the spiritual director at Rockland CSL, we have something that we say when we do our conscious giving, our offering. We say, we give well at Rockland CSL, right? That's what we pour from. We pour from the stream of wellness. That's where our giving comes from, right? So when I talk about stop being hard, stop making it hard for God to pour into yourself by denying who you are, the truth of who you are, a divine, individualized expression of life itself. I want to share this with you. This is from Eric Butterworth in his book, Spiritual Economics. He writes, we are expressing God's life. The biting truth is that God will make you prosperous and successful in all your ways if you do not make it too hard for God. And that's the question that we're ending this self-series with. Are you making it too hard for God to express well through you and as you? That me in the middle, that connective tissue that you are between the universe and the effect, the universe and the manifestation, the universe and the demonstration of your life. Are you making it hard for it to flow with grace and ease? That's the question. So based on whatever your answer is, you know where to start with yourself. It all starts right in here. It all starts right in here. So be gentle. Be gentle with yourself. Not hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Let yourself off the hook. Pour into yourself the God quality that you are. And be gentle. Be gentle. All right, y'all. So that wraps up our self series. I hope it was good for you because it was certainly good for me. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So let's get into some joy news. Let's get into some joy news. For some reason, today does not feel like a Friday. Maybe because yesterday was the holiday, but it does not feel like a Friday. So let me readjust myself. Here's some joy news. So yesterday, I started my Thanksgiving off with a 5K. I participated in the We Run Mount Vernon Turkey Trot 5K. Got up really early to help set up and do all the things that need to get done so that we can have a successful event. And it was successful. So shout out to We Run Mount Vernon. Shout out to Nelda, who's one of the co-founders and organizers of the event. And shout out to everyone that participated, all my Rerun Mount Vernon friends. So it was wonderful. It was wonderful. We had a good time. So that's how I started my Thanksgiving. And then we got to eating later on at my cousin's up in Newburgh, New York. So this Sunday, Living Life in Joy, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, I will be sharing a sermon that I gave last Friday. So please tune in for that. It's called Home, and it's perfect for the holiday season. HOME is an acronym meaning healing, opportunity, manifest everywhere, right? So there's a lot of healing we could do when we're with our families, right? Yeah. So that is Living Life in Joy, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. And then at 11:30 a.m., we have our Sunday in Praise at Rockland CSL, where I'm the spiritual director. And this Sunday, we have a guest speaker, a wonderful speaker, Chris Ferraro, who is one of our practitioners. And her message is, welcome to your dream house. Welcome to your dream house. So please join us. You can go to rocklandcsl.org, click on Sunday service, and you'll be in Zoom with us. Or you can watch the live stream on Facebook. So I would love to see you all there. I'm just seeing some of the comments. Yes, so Karen Carr is giving me a shout out. Yes, thank you, Karen. Karen is also one of the We Run Mount Vernon members, and she is awesome. She ran 2 marathons, y'all. 2 marathons, like one in September, and I want to say one in the end of October or the beginning of November, but just awesome. Just awesome. So shout out to you, Karen, for being you. Shout out for you. Shout out to you for being you too, love. Good day. Good day, Brian. It's good to see you. Good day, Bonnie. It's good to see you also. All right. All right. Yeah, I guess so, Tim. Tim is saying unless you work in retail, Black Friday, you will seem like it's not a Friday, more like a holiday. Yeah, I think so. I don't get caught up in the whole Black Friday foolishness. That's right. That's what I said. Black Friday foolishness. I don't get caught up in all that. So, but if you do you. I don't want to pour that energy into me. That's like a lot of frantic. Okay, let me not get started. But to me, it feels very like frantic energy. I can't. I don't do well in that energy, so I stay away. I always get good deals, and it all works out for me. But you do you. It's all good. All right. I think the last two things I want to share is we have our next meditation with the moon coming up on December 7th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right where you're watching me now. Meditation with the moon, December 7th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So I hope you can join me for our full-blown spiritual practice that we do with the moon. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And then just some previews to what's coming up in 2023, our annual 30-day mental diet class where we do the 30-day mental diet based on the book by Willis Kinnear. So I hope you would join me for that. If you've done it before, it's always different every time you do it. So do it again. Then we're having our visioning board workshop at the end of January, beginning of February. And I'll be giving a spiritual practice session on creating your own spiritual practice or freshening it up, giving it some more energy. So that will be coming up all in 2023. And more things, but that's what I wanted to share because those things will be coming up in the first quarter or so of the year. So I see you, Julian. Never did Black Friday either. Always seemed against what the season really is supposed to be about. Amen to that, Julian. Amen to that. So whatever you want to do on this Friday, have at it. But I would recommend that you stay conscious of yourself as you go about today. God, me, reality. Cause, self, effect. Pick one and use it as a grounding. Use it to bring yourself back to yourself. Bring yourself back to yourself. Yes. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. If you're still eating leftovers, I love the leftovers. Have at it. If you're still with family, have at it. Be good to each other. Be good to you. Be good to yourself. So I will see you all back here for Morning Sip with Red Melissa on Monday. We'll have a new series. I hope you join me on Sunday for Living Life in Joy and for Rockland CSL Sunday in Praise. So peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and justice. We are living life in joy. Yes, we are connected to our yes. You'll see I'm trying to find the thing to close the show. I'm producing myself this week, y'all. So shout out to Sekou, sending him some love and light energy. Hope you're doing well, Sekou. And I'm going to get it together, y'all. Oh, I see Julia. I think 2023 will be the year of the workshop. All right, Julian, I like that. The year of the workshop. All right, loves, I got it together. Peace and blessings, peace and justice. Live life in joy. Connect to your yes.